Hello and good evening. Thanks for joining me in this live broadcast. This is 4:50 p.m. Nigerian time. Today is Sunday, 16th day of February 2025. This is just a short live broadcast. We're going to discuss about the issue that is happening in Enugu State. And there are a lot of news publications that have published the news. And a lot of people, especially people from the community, the youth, and also the indigenous people of Biafra are rejecting the proposal vehemently. What is it all about? That Enugu Governor Mba plot to allocate Ehamefu community land to FULANIS settlement. So it is causing a serious issue and it is raising tension. So in this video, we are going to discuss about what is the threat. What is the reason for the allocation, and why is it that people, if they want to come to your community, they don't want to live with the people? It's either they live in the bush or they want a totally allocated area for them because they don't want to live with the people who owns the community. So their ways of life is totally different. They don't even want to associate with you. And because of that, because of the history, because of what has been happening, the people have been rejecting this because they feel that it happens before these people came, they kill us, they go to our farm, they harvest the items in the farm, our crops, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of issues, and it has been causing crisis. We are going to, look into the public's opinion about all these things that is going on. And not forgetting that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, wrote an open letter to the general public stating that the reason why he don't want any law court in Nigeria that is biased, or any judge that is biased to try him, is because of the things he wrote in the letter. It's a voluminous letter. I think we have to revisit it for the purpose of people who have not seen it. Before we come back to start discussing this issue, I'm going to let you see what people from Enugu State are reacting, the way they are reacting, to the issue that is trending. But just for the purpose of people who have not heard or seen the letter Nnamdi Kanu wrote to the general public, let me leave it for you to listen in a video format. Take a listen.
Open letter to the general public by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Greetings to all men and women of goodwill in Nigeria and elsewhere in the world. I have been compelled by the events of the past few days to take the unusual step of writing this open letter for the singular purpose of calling the attention of the general public to the serial executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against me since my extraordinary rendition in 2021. The details are as follows. 1. In a judgment entered on 1 March 2017, the Federal High Court, Abuja, ruled that the IPOB is not an unlawful group. At the time, it received widespread publicity which can be verified from this landmark ruling made by the court before it turned unjust, emanated in a criminal proceedings that required proof beyond reasonable doubt, and in which the federal government and my humble self presented our respective cases. Alas, instead of the federal government to go on appeal as the law mandated, if they are dissatisfied with the judgment, the former Attorney General, Abubakar Malami, went behind closed doors with a letter signed by late Abba Kyari and got IPOB prescribed, tagged a terrorist group in an ex parte proceedings that conducted without notice to me, or to the IPOB. This abominable incident was the earliest sign yet that the government and its judiciary have struck an unholy and fraudulent alliance to deny me my rights, and thereby imperil the life and liberty of millions who identity with IPOB. 2. On 26 October 2022, a federal high court declared my extraordinary rendition and detention as unconstitutional, stating that the manner of arrest and detention of the applicant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, his continued detention in Abuja, his subjection to physical and mental trauma by the respondents, the inhuman and degrading treatment meted out to the applicant amounts to a brazen violation of the applicant's fundamental right to dignity of his person, and threat to life under Section 34(1)(a) of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended. The court further ordered the federal government to apologize to me and pay me compensation. In a responsible society and well-ordered, run by a responsible government, this judgment is sufficient to have ended my lengthy detention and encouraged the federal government to constructively engage me on the issue of the self-determination agitation that triggered this whole saga. 3. Pedal back to 13th October 2022, when the Court of Appeal held that the courts must never shy away from calling the executive to order when they resort to acts of executive lawlessness. The duty of the courts is to maintain a balance between ensuring that law and order is obeyed and the protection of the individual from oppressive actions by the executive. By the forcible abduction and extraordinary rendition of the appellant Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to this country on the 27th day of June 2021, in violation of international and state laws, the lower court, or indeed any court in this country, is divested of jurisdiction to entertain charges against the appellant. Despite the clarity of this judgment and its comportment with reason, the federal government refused to release me from detention while it went behind closed doors and connived with 3 other justices of the Court of Appeal, who fraudulently and swiftly sat on appeal over the judgment and practically destroyed it by issuing what they termed a stay of execution. One may then ask, is it not abominable for a court to stay a judgment the government already disobeyed? In a plethora of cases, the Supreme Court has held that anybody who disobeys a related court order cannot be given any judicial relief until such order is obeyed. This is a sound reasoning that applied to everybody, but is fraudulently overlooked when it comes to my case. 4. Fast forward to 15th December 2023 when the Supreme Court sent back my case to the Federal High Court for trial. For avoidance of doubt, that was not the only decision the Supreme Court made. It also decided that my bail should not have been revoked, and it went on to state clearly that the judge exhibited significant and unacceptable bias by revoking my bail. In a sane society, one would expect that when the High Court received my case from the Supreme Court and hankered down for trial, it was also duty-bound to restore my bail in line with the pronouncement of the Apex Court. But that did not happen. Why? Well, your guess is as good mine, and that is, the court connived with the federal government to continue my detention in violation of Section 287 of the Nigerian Constitution. 5. On 24th September 2024, I decided that I have had enough of taking my chances at getting justice from a judge that, in June 2021, sent me to secret police detention without fair hearing, later refused to transfer me to prison to better prepare for my trial, and capped it all by refusing to restore my bail and instead ordering an accelerated trial in the face of the reality that I will never get a fair trial, whilst detained at the DSS. These are the major reasons that compelled me to request recusal of the judge, and having consented to it, she proceeded to make an order removing herself from my case. That order was never challenged on appeal, thus it remains extant to this day. But instead of the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court to do the lawful thing by assigning my case to another judge, he connived with the federal government to eat crow and send my case to a judge that stands recused by a valid order. To conclude this open letter, let me make it clear that it should in no way be construed to mean that there are no decent judges in Nigeria that can be trusted to deliver even-handed justice in my case. That is not the issue. Instead, the issue is that my case is deliberately being shielded from judges and justices that are deemed to be committed to doing justice, even when it means that the federal government must lose. Be that as it may, if it will take the rest of my life in detention to produce me before a proper and impartial court, so be it. But let me say this for the world to know, I will not succumb to any trial conducted by any judge or court whose jurisdiction does not pass constitutional muster. Not now, not ever. Thank you all. Signed, Nnamdi Kanu. Dated, 17th February, 2025. Stay tuned and have a...
All right, thank you for staying tuned up to this time. For those of you who have not understand the video, that is the open letter by Nnamdi Kanu to the general public stating the reason why he don't want Bentanya Court to try him anymore. And he don't want, if possible, his trial to be in the same court that have, impose the judge on him because Binta Nyako recused herself. You know, there is a standing order according to Nnamdi Kanu, but that is a story that we all know. So we are not going to spend much time dealing with that because it's a story that the public already are aware. Now, let us look at what is going on in Enugu State. IPOB wants Enugu Governor Mba overplot to allocate community land for FULANIS settlement. This issue is complicating, and someone will begin to ask what is going on. Why is it like this? Okay. Now, it is important we understand what the general public thinks about it. Okay. What are they thinking about it? What are the ways people are reacting to this issue that is going on now? Let us go to the comment section of the video I first posted about this to understand how the publics are reacting to it first. All right, let's start with this one. This one is from Orson Megs Road. It says that the Fulani attacked that community years ago. Their houses were set ablaze, and the remaining people ended in IDP camp. Okay. Now, this lady is saying that this same community that is IPOB and that Mba want to give to the Fulanis, that Mba has already paid 30 billion naira, that this community was attacked by the Fulani. So the question I'm asking to the general public now is, what is in this community? Okay, what is in this community? Is there gold, crude oil, lithium, uranium? What is the mineral element in this community? Because most of the communities that we have, all these elements, is the community people also. They're also community from the indigenous owners, and they do a lot of things, because that is a very good question. And this lady's point that this community has been attacked by the same people. If this community has been attacked by the same people, why is it that the government the officials are insisting that this community must be given to the Fulani people? On normal circumstances, I don't think that if people want to settle in your area, that is a crime. But due to the prevailing circumstances that is going on, it has become a crime. I gave you people example in my area, how these people came and they pretended that they want to help our mothers, they want to help our fathers, they want to help us to clear the farm, to cultivate our farmlands, to help us to do some jobs. That was the intention of the whole people. But when they came, they started knowing the bushes. And after 3 months, the kidnapping rate increased, everything increased, crime increases. So because of the history, when these people want to come into your community, there is always a total rejection. But the news coming is that the governor now and the security operatives are saying that if these people reject, if the community reject, that Fulanis are going to invade the community. That is what IPOB alleged. You can find that in Sahara Reporters. Okay. Now let us go to the next opinion. Again. All right. This one is from Obi Enuka. It says he did that because that is the option given him to be in office for the second term as governor. That is what our politicians do, sell our people to death to remain in the corridor of power. Is that true? Somebody should confirm this on the comment section. What do you think about this? And this, when I read the comments of the people from Enugu State, they write in the same direction. They speak in the same direction about this issue of invaders. The same people from Ebonyi State, they speak in one direction about these invaders. Look at what this man is saying. This man particularly is from Enugu State. He is saying that Bitamba is doing this because that is the option given to him to be in office for the second term as governor. That is what our politicians do, sell our people to death to remain in corridor of power. This is what this guy is saying. I'm just reading it out to you. That means you have to share your opinion to me as well. Now, let us go to the next the next opinion. I call it public opinion on the comment section. All right, this is what this person is saying. He said, what is happening? Is it that these governors have collected billions from the caliphate? They have literally sold up Igbo lands to FULANIS. What we are witnessing before our very eyes is another slave trade. But this time, not by the white, but by the people. The thing is that if these people want to come to buy land, why following through the governor? Come and live with the people, not allocating a different land entirely where nobody knows what you are doing there, whether you are keeping the guns there, anything you people are doing, nobody will be monitoring you people. It's a very, very bad thing, and that is why people are vehemently rejecting what is going on. Okay, now let's see another one from Dave Omorui. Dave Omorui is saying impeachable offense. Yes, if we have a good government, you can't take 30 billion from government purse to go and buy land for people who are not from your state. It's supposed to be an impeachable offense. Who is going to talk about this? Nobody. So let's not go there because it's not going to work. Okay. All right. I think let's be going forward to seeing another one again. This one is from Clement. Okay, good. Clement, okay, we're saying that in that attack in Ebonyi, the state governor of the state advised the villagers not to retaliate. Yes, I'm aware of that according to the report, that the state governors advised the people not to retaliate. You see, this is a very, very bad thing for the state governor asking people not to retaliate. I think the Ohanese youth president is still in detention because of all these things. Okay, stay with me. We are going to discuss this in details. Let's see what the next person is saying. We are doing this because we want to know what the publics are thinking about this issue of allocating lands to the FULANIS. Okay, now this is what the next person is saying. I don't know how true this is, but he got Fulani justice in the court to remain as governor because he didn't win the election. Is that true? Wow. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's just try to understand what people are saying. Now, let's go to the next one. This one is saying, Marseille, that Ahamefu in Enugu and Nkalaha in Ebonyi State, where the Fulani invaded, share the same boundaries. Where the Fulani invaded, share the same boundaries. In fact, they speak the same language. They are like brothers. They will find it difficult to settle, no matter they find it difficult to settle no matter any amount of money the governor gave them. You will see what will play out. Wow. So this person is just letting us to understand that that's a community invaded by the Fulanis in Ebonyi State that is sharing the same boundary with this same community. Wow. So what is in this area that these people are, longing for? There must be something here that they really want, okay? Now, Ahotu is saying that Mba is not okay. Then let's go to another one. Say, Happy Mase, please stop wasting your saliva. Nigerians are not ready for their freedom. They are very comfortable in their slavery status. This one touched me, Happy Mase, stop wasting your saliva. Nigerians are not ready for their freedom. They are very comfortable in their slavery status. I agree with your suggestion, my brother. You see, a lot of people in Nigeria, they are comfortable with their slavery status, okay? Now, the last but not in this, let us have what this person is saying. This person is saying that so land has finished in the north that is bigger than other states. So land has finished in the north that is bigger than other states. I don't know if land has finished. So I don't know if land has finished. Anyway, it is what it is. I thought they said that Southeast is like a dot. Southeast is not a state that has land mass. So what is the essence of all these things going on? And there is no community that will voluntarily agree for this thing to happen, where your people are dying. The community that share boundary with these people, 30 houses were destroyed, more than 30 people were killed. It's not up to a month ago. So these people they can never accept what is going on. They can never accept what is going on. So it is going to be a very terrible thing. It's going to be a very stiff resistance against what is going on. All right, you can join me live through the StreamYard link on the comment section there. Join me. Let's discuss about this. Let me know what you think on the comment section. And as well, you can also give us a WhatsApp call. Just let us know what you think. Do you think that this thing the governors in the Southeast are doing is good? Because for me, it is obvious. I'm beginning to see that these people, they don't really care or value their people. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Now, the articles, for those of you who have not seen the articles reads that the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has accused Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State of moves to buy off some ancestral land of Aha Amefu community in the issues on local government area of the state and hand it over to Fulani residents for settlement. This is what is causing trouble, okay? IPOB and there is that the Governor Mba paid the sum of 30 billion to some leaders of Aha Amufu community for them to release their communal lands to the Fulani settlement. What happened next? IPOB, which made the allegation in a statement issued on Saturday by its Media and Publicity Secretary, Powerful, warned against the alleged move. Powerful alleged it is obvious that Dr. Peter Mba and the Fulani Emirates are in agreement to hand over the ancestral lands of Aha Amufu to Fulani settlement. The IPOB spokesperson claimed IPOB was informed that the Enugu State Governor Peter Mba, through his proxy, offered a huge sum of 30 billion to some community leaders in Aha Amufu for them to release their communal lands for the Fulanis to settle. What happened again? When the people rejected the offer, the governor, in connivance with the Nigerian security forces, mostly the military, called on the Fulanis to strategically invade the community. This is the weighty allegation that is, terrifying a lot of people. They are saying that how can, because people rejected that you should not enter their community, how can you call on Fulanis to invade their community? It doesn't make sense. But is there anything that makes sense in Nigeria? There is nothing that makes sense in Nigeria. So this is what is happening. And I said, okay, and there was discuss about this because a lot of people have sent me messages about this. So we are seeking for the public's opinion. What do you think the people should do? You really think that the Enugu State government will go to any net pay 30 billion? I'm talking about 30 billion. 30 billion is a very huge amount of money. All right, let's get to WhatsApp to receive some calls. Don't forget you can join us live as well. Hello.
Hello, Brother Okocha. Are you on live program?
Yes, we are live. Good evening, sir, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. It's Chris from London.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. So, well, the line is open because I saw much earlier. I saw the news on your channel, and so now you are dealing with the topic, which is good because sometimes you see people they will say, "Stop wasting your saliva," or "Stop this," or "Stop." Let me tell you, yes, it might seem like that, but this is very meaningful. They are very helpful. People don't know that. First of all, you don't know who is listening, and this is the world. The world is a global village now. Everybody listens to everything. When Nnamdi Kanu started preaching many years ago, a lot of people say he's making noise, he's doing that, but look at the resultant effect of what we are seeing. That people now from good to south to the north, everywhere people know now. People open their eyes, even though You don't necessarily have the power to go straight up and stop it, but people are very conscious. The lot is happening. And the most of it all is the international community is aware. They are taking note of, because like I said, the world is not a global village.
Yeah.
If you look for example, what the Nigerian government is going through now, that Christopher Musa was humiliated. Nigerian government was humiliated. I don't know the level of how shape befalls this Musa guy who was jubilating that Finland has arrested Simon Ekpa, only for him to want to travel as the head of the military of a country they call giant of Africa, and he was denied visa to go. How shameful, how low can the people be? So my point is that this whole thing we are doing, your channel, the other people, they are yielding fruit. It may not be instantly, it may not be quick enough, but trust me, they are going viral, they are penetrating. So we must continue to keep the fire. But that's what I always say to you too, because I can see what is going on. So obviously, more is coming. I've told you a couple of, maybe a few weeks ago, I said, look, that a lot is going on. We live in a time now, this very window we live in, this dispensation, a lot is going to happen. And lo and behold, so many revelations coming up now, and many more are going to be coming out. And there is palpable fear, even among these criminals who parade themselves as government officials, president, or whatever. Tinubu, as we speak now, for him to step by himself, of course, maybe some selected country like France, because he knows what his dealings are with France. Only him and only God knows what he's up to every time he runs to France. But he cannot step his foot in America as we speak now. If he does, he will have a story to tell. You can take that to the bank, because even his chief of staff, his own record, Tinubu's record is out there now, with a new government now in America. Bajabi Amila, who is his own chief of staff, is a wanted man in America. And as a chief of staff to the president, if you are traveling, your chief of staff will be with you. That is protocol.
Okay.
Bajabi Amila cannot step into America because he scammed people, he defrauded people in America, and he ran back to Nigeria and become a lawmaker. That is Nigeria for you. And the whole world knows this. And you wonder why they are being humiliated, why they are being disgraced and refused entry into their country. It's a criminal entity. The people know, and it's going to get worse, you know. So as for the Igbo governors, Igbo politicians, but the governors in particular, for me, I'm not surprised when Mba is doing all this thing, because I've always said that they were all handpicked by the caliphate. They were handpicked by the caliphate, and part of in fact, they have to be made to swear an oath and allegiance to the caliphate before they were allowed to sit there as governors. Therefore, when they swear allegiance, is to continue to carry out the caliphate agenda, which is to plant and to spread the FULANIS all over the place, to get them to integrate and infiltrate Igbo. That is simple as that. Because you tell me that, can you imagine that the Southeast they describe as a dot in a circle that doesn't have enough land, as they said, and given the huge land mass in the north, they cannot resettle or build anything for them in the north. Why that small 5-state plot like they describe it? What do they want? So the agenda is very obvious for everybody to know. But the good thing is that let them continue. These governors, let them continue. Every day is for the team, bro. One day is for the owner of the house. All these things they are building, try to destroy Igbo. It will backfire on them one way or the other. A day is coming. Because I've never seen anything like this in all my life. That people who you said you will defend and protect, you are the one bringing destruction, bringing death upon them. I've never seen anything like that. But I also know that this whole thing It's not overnighting. It's been on in the work for decades, you know. So everything was more like a perfect storm to get this governor to the place whereby they will have to agree to carry out Fulani agenda, and even when the Igbo people are being massacred, they won't come out boldly and fight. Chase these people. The people that are killed in that in Ekpa, why would the governor not order that they be chased and captured and bring them to book? So up to today, you see, so no, my dear brother, this tells you everything you need to know. That these things are not just happening. It's a planned work. The fact that the governor of a state, the governor of Ekpa, will not order the military or police, whatever it is, go after them. If they're in the bushes, wherever they are, apprehend them and bring them to book. This is what is expected. This is what happens all over the world. Only in the zoo that doesn't happen. They will come and massacre and run away. You will never see them again. You never hear from them. They go and regroup and replan, and they come another time, hit, and they go away. Nobody goes after them. Well, the one of Ekpa even was because afterwards he tried to. He didn't even say, "Let me get this people to justice, to justice, bring them to justice." Rather, he's trying to compensate the caliphate by trying to send people. He said they were going to Mecca or whatever. So you see that it's just unfortunate. It is sad, really, really sad situation. But like I said, for me, I'm not surprised. We've known that. Nnamdi Kanu has always said it. You know, these people they are not governors of Igbo. No. They are there to serve the interests of the Fulani. So this is what I want every Biafran, every Igbo person to realize. They must come to this realization that all these governors, they don't serve their interests, they serve the interests of the Fulanis. It's really taboo what is going on. But like I said, the world is watching. It might seem like nothing is happening, but trust me, the fact that they are shaking to themselves now. They are kissing themselves because nobody knows what is coming next and who. And trust me, my dear brother, thank you so much. A lot is happening.
A lot is happening. Thank you so much, sir.
You are welcome.
All right, sir. Let's have another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Igbo from UK.
All right. Thanks for joining us. God bless you.
Thank you for what you're doing. You're doing a marvelous job.
Thank you, sir.
You see, in Igbo land, what is happening in Igbo land is very, very clear now. It's very, very clear now that IPOB has no hand. They haven't had any hand in insecurity in Igbo land. IPOB and Eastern Security Network have been fighting. They saw this on time. Nnamdi Kanu saw this on time. We said one, but they saw this on time. And they closed those alarm and they set up security network. And that was why for doing that, Fulani federal government became so angry with them. Became so angry with them and they strategized using our Igbo, the external and the internal forces, both Igbo brothers.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. You will continue from here. This thing you just said now, I understand it very, very well. That IPOB, and no matter what the politicians say, they don't have hand about insecurity in this country. This is because, like this fight in what is it called, in Anambra State now, where Sonudo is using his boys to. Have you ever seen where they arrested people, these IPOB people? The major people they are focusing now, the kidnappers who has links with the native doctors funding them. This thing has nothing to do with people who are agitating. It has nothing to do with the IPOB. Now, apart from these people now who are kidnapping, the rest attack in Igbo land is the Fulani attacks who are burning down the villages. These are the two major things. Now, someone should come out now to tell me if IPOB is responsible for all this, because look at what is going on in Anambra State. It is clear that it's not IPOB, but it is kidnappers who are linked to the traditional rulers. And the attacks in Ebonyi State, in Enugu State now that we are seeing is all about the Fulani attack. So I really understand what you are saying. Go on.
You as mentioned, is a noisemaker. Is a noisemaker. We have expected people like Soludo to call out the security agents that are killing our youths, uploading their money from their accounts. You know what I mean? Destroying the economy in the Igbo land. None of them have said anything about it. None of them have said anything about it. So I am suspecting that even the US aid might have found its way into Eastern Igbo land to destroy the economy in Igbo land, destabilize Igbo land, chase away our people, because they know that the people who are holding Nigeria, the main people who are holding Nigerian economy and making Nigeria what it is, are the Eastern Igbo people and the Eastern Nigeria. Once you destabilize them, you have destabilized Nigeria. So these people are very, very intelligent, and they know what. If anybody tell you that, oh, Tinubu, like I have people say that, oh, Tinubu is destabilizing the northern Nigeria, those are lies. You know, he's working with them. Have you seen the emir call him out? No. Have you seen the real northern leaders call him out? No. You can only see these politicians who get fire. Who have escaped out of the government, or who are not longer making the government, but having with the positions, with the minister positions. You can the real northerners, Indians, they're silent. They know what is happening. Yeah. The France and the other nations, other Western countries, they know they have used terrorism to destroy, they want to destabilize Nigeria, and our president is a tool. Setima is a tool. A lot of them, they are tools that are being used for this purpose. So the Nigerians are very, very easy to manipulate. Once you tell them, oh, it is this IPOB that made you to be closing your shop on Monday, because people say, since all the time that the shops have been open. For many years, 40 years ago, that these shops have been open. What have you had in Igbo land? What infrastructure is visible in Igbo land? But they will just play on the mind of people. That on Monday they have, because of what has Monday a day made, what has Monday, only Monday has to do with the economy of Igbo land. Is it the reason why they cannot use a federal allocation and the IGR to develop, to construct roads?
Absolutely no.
To build nice hospitals, to generate more. Igbo land has a lot of businesses, markets here and there. He said, if we want to build Igbo land like Lagos, we can build Igbo land like Lagos. Even if the shops are closed two times in a week. So Igbos are easily played. I mean, to play with their heads, with their minds, are very easy. How many politicians have said anything all this while that Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated? If you have people like you and the Yoruba people, those who are speaking for Igbo land are Yoruba people. Yeah. They follow to me. Yoruba people are saying they are the ones speaking for Igbo people. Speaking for Igbo people, saying for Igbo people. Igbo politicians, criminals, they keep silent. They don't want to do anything. They keep silent just because of position. Just because of position. So, from my own opinion, we are already, the people are already dying. Everybody should get ready to defend themselves. Because that death that we are afraid of is already taking place. Yeah. In the area of ritual murder and the kidnapping. Those kidnapping and ritual murders, a lot of things. They are systematic. They are you can, if you tell me that they don't have a hand, the machineries and some funds. It's not responsible for all those things. For all those it's a lie. That's how you create. That's how you create insecurity. That's how you create fear. It is not when you start use gun and start shooting everywhere. You can use a lot of things to create fear. Use a lot of things to create fear. Use the kidnapping to create fear. You use and you use by the time you use our people, those who speak our language, our eyes, our mind will go out from suspecting other people and start suspecting that it's our people that are doing this. They are paid, they are funded, their funds have found its way into Igbo land. Everybody should be ready to defend ourselves because to do it once and for all. Because do it once and for all. You know? So that's my
Thank you so much for your wonderful opinion, because it's so pathetic that the people who swore an oath to defend, the life and properties of the people are no longer doing that, leaving people to, to put their destiny in their own hands. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right, Chidon, you can unmute yourself and also on your camera.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Mazi.
All right.
Good morning,
you are with us.
Yes, sir.
Good evening over here.
Yes, sir. Happy Sunday, Mazi.
Thank you, sir. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from US. Mazi,
if you don't mind, may we see your face?
Okay, no wahala.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm in a truck. I'm a trailer driver in US. So, Mazi, I'm working in KB, right? Those Igbo politicians who are on the Igbo, Fulani. I'm telling you the honest truth.
Okay, let us understand what you are saying very well.
Okay.
Let us understand what you are saying very well.
Apart the same politics Southeast governors in a play, the same politics can the Southwest governors in a play. How about the same politics?
I don't think it's the same politics, because I am seeing how the Southwest governors are standing for their people lately.
Hold on, whatever naga. All the same, all the same Nigeria kafano, right? The same
one biko Igaso beke, because there are some people who don't understand our language here.
Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say, right? These guys that you guys are calling Igbo politicians are not Igbo politicians. They are Fulani. Believe it or not.
Okay, your reason.
They don't have real Igbo blood in them. And my reasons are this, right? The same politics they are playing is the same politics the Western governors are playing, true or false. But the Western governors always stand for their people. They always protect their people. But these fools in Southeast are always after their interest.
What you are saying is very important, because recently the Southwest governors met. They are talking about the influence of Fulani terrorists, the ISWA, Boko Haram. They are saying they don't want it in their land. Why the Southeast governors are allocating land to these people? This is opposite of. I don't understand it.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. Now now you are going to the permanent site where I'm heading to. These guys are not Igbos. Makachuku. Error or not DNA on them, they are not Igbos. Look,
who
me, right?
Who run it now? Because we would like to really know the truth. Who run the DNA?
Right? I was born in Kaduna, in Biningwari, Nigeria. So say, you understand?
Okay.
But I hate what Nigerians are doing to my people. I can never sow my soul, right, to sacrifice my people. But look at what your people are doing. Not about Igbo politicians. Trust me, my brother, these people are Igbo. If they run DNA test today, now okay, let's get the hope of them, but talk truth. Who are Kozoku? Or to hope of the bats when you Igbo. You know they see in face. Oh, we wonderful and the same color everything.
No,
They are
in
not even
character.
politicians.
I thought you were talking about in character, not facial
People
look.
facial everything.
Are you serious?
So that is all I have to say. When I not get governor for Southeast, oh, you know what about Fulani, pure Fulani. Our women should stop marrying outside Igbo land. They are the one bringing all these mess to to us in Southeast. They call the young weekly. Thank you very much. I have a wonderful day.
And also a safe
Yes, sir.
trip, eh?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. All right. The last guest I just spoke, he raises concerns to the reason why the people from the Southwest, I'm talking about the Mackindays and their colleagues, they are doing everything possible to make sure that all these influx of terrorists are being contained. They set up a new security outfit. They are doing everything possible. But I marveled why the Southeast governors are still allocating land to these people when there is a security news and threat that they are invaders coming. All these things, it raises questions to ordinary civilians who don't have gun to protect him or herself, if the government even care about them at all. Anyway, thank you so much all for joining me this evening. This is just a very, very short live broadcast. The reason why we came live this evening is because of this issue that is raising tension in Enugu State. So the reason why Peter Mba allegedly paid 30 billion naira just for them to allocate land to the FULANIS. And we are still raising the question to why is it that a lot of people, I mean FULANIS, not a lot of people, so many foreigners, they come to your community, they don't want to live with you. They want you to allocate a very far place land for them to live, or in the bush. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So that is all we have to discuss today. And I say thank you so much for joining me this evening. Do well to join me in my next program. Thank you.